Okay, Miss Aliyah. Aaliyah, okay. Aiden Wynn, Amir Wilbur,
Here.
Amir Muhammad, Avari Dyer, Kavia Alexander, Sierra Young, Cameron Reese, Charles McCoy Harris, Chase Bevins, Sharice Frazier, Corey Stevens, Darian Waters,
Yeah.
Earl Cunningham, Eli Camacho, Elijah Henry Hayes, Elijah Banks, Isaiah Holiday.
Why can't I? Where's the mouse? Hello. Here.
Okay, Isaiah Holiday's here. Okay, Jaden Allen, Jamal Barron, Maurice Lloyd, Jermaine Warren, Jarrell Dallas Turner, Jillian Perry, Joy Marina, Julian Spalding, Caseen Lindsay, Kalani Allen,
I'm here. Case and Lindsay's here.
Casey Lindsay's here, okay. Casey Lindsay, Kalani Allen, Kaz, Kalana Stevenson, Kellen Reese, Kalaya, Khalya, Kyra Booker, Kyla Moore,
Here.
Leonardo Baptista, Leverty Sowell,
Here.
Luna Lopez Martinez,
Here.
Marcus Williams, Marilyn Terrell,
Here.
Marissa Ashaw, Marisol Lopez Martinez,
Here.
Marquis Nelson,
Here.
Mylan Waller,
Here.
Maya Senzaba,
That's right.
Nasir Thompson, Noah Light.
Yeah.
Was that Noah Light? Yeah, Noah, okay. Norman Lee Jr., Amari Jones, Peyton Reese, Preston McQueen, Robert Williams, Ryan Harden, Sanai Bunch, Santana James, Scott Rojas, Sierra Young, Sharvie Strong, Sky Gamage.
Shira Young is here.
Guys here, okay. Trenton McInhurst Jr., Trista Like,
Here.
Tajon Bagsby, Wayne Wilson, Xavier Wilbert, Zylan Marshall Washington,
Here.
Zaya Blanco, and Zion Moore.
Here.
Okay, if you did not hear your name, please send me a note in the chat. Sharif Frazier, okay, I see your note. Marcus Williams, I think we have you. Oh, no, we don't. Marcus Williams, okay, we have you now. Elijah Henry Hayes, okay, you're here. Tyjon Let's see, Tyjon, Bagsby, you're here. Okay, Tyra Young, you're here. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. I'm gonna make sure I got everybody here. Okay. Okay, all right. We have everybody. So, Mr. Patrick, please take it away. I mean, Mr. Richards, please take it away.
Like, who's that? Who's that, Rhonda? But no, thanks a lot. Once again, thank you all for being here today. Couple things, couple ground rules, couple things that we could do to make this more interactive. Number one, if you're able to turn your camera on, let's turn our cameras on. You can see me, we'd love to see you. And definitely it'll make this a little bit more interactive for us. Once again, you're here by choice, right? Let's make sure we get the most out of this as we can on today. So let's get those cameras on. I'm having a bad hair day too, so you know it's okay. It's okay. All right. Coming to you today from Florida. Had to come down to visit some family and take care of some things. But once again, I'm happy that you all are here today. So today we're going to be jumping into session 2, which is intro to companies and intro to stocks. Okay, we're going to be diving into a couple different things, understanding companies, stocks. Also, we're going to be breaking into an activity, talk about brainstorming on companies. And then also today, we're actually going to be able to start going into and looking at the trading site and kind of being able to start kicking the tires on it so you can understand it a little bit more. And then next week, we're going to really start diving into portfolios and picking your stocks and working with your groups. So today, give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And first off, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. But I guess before I start there, Clifton, did you want to say anything or add anything before I go any further?
No, yes, I want to say good morning. I'm happy to be here. Let's have a good session. This is important. This is another tool in your toolbox. Learning stocks, introductions of stocks, investment opportunities. This is something that you would want to look at as one of a tools to invest in or be part of to improve any area of your life. If you decide to go into the stock business, it's a very, very interesting process that we're going to share with you guys. So kick back and enjoy it. And let's have a good day.
Just give me one moment here. Trying to. There we go.
Intro to companies. In this video, we're going to learn what's a company,
Is the screen frozen?
Hey, Mr. Patrick, are you trying to make the screen larger?
What happened?
Mr. Richards, are you trying to make the video larger?
No, I made it as large as possible. Can you all see it?
Yeah, we can see it. It was playing and then it stopped.
Okay. Yeah, I made it as large as possible on my end. I stopped it just to answer your question.
Okay.
In this instance, Pepsi Soda, Doritos Corn Chips, and Cheetos Cheese Snacks are brands of the company PepsiCo. There are two types of companies.
So Mr. Richards, we hear the video, but we hear the video, but the video's not moving. And it stopped.
Owner, you make money when the company makes money.
Is the video playing now?
We hear the audio, but we don't see any
Now,
pictures.
think about the clothes you wear, the games you play, and the foods you like. Do you have a favorite pair of Levi's jeans? Do you play Minecraft? Or do you like Big Macs? These products are all made by public.
Okay, one moment. Let's see what's going on here. Let's try that again. Now, can you all see the screen?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay. Let's just go kind of midway here. Let's get back to bed. Okay.
These sodas, Pepsi and Pepsi Wild Cherry, are two products made by the same company, PepsiCo. A company is a business formed to manufacture or supply products or services for profit. A product is an item sold by a company. These sodas, regular Pepsi and Pepsi Wild Cherry, are products of the same company, PepsiCo. Now, do you recognize these? What do all of these have in common? Well, they're all three brands from the same company, PepsiCo. A brand is the name a company gives a product it makes or service it provides. In this instance, Pepsi Soda, Doritos Corn Chips, and Cheetos Cheese Snacks are brands of the company PepsiCo. There are two types of companies, public companies and private companies. A public company is a company whose shares can be purchased, meaning an investor can purchase a piece of the company. A private company is a company that is privately owned by a group of people. Shares cannot be purchased. PepsiCo is a public company. This means you can own a part of it by buying its stock. As part owner, you make money when the company makes money. Now, think about the clothes you wear, the games you play, and the foods you like. Do you have a favorite pair of Levi's jeans? Do you play Minecraft? Or do you like Big Macs? These products are all made by public companies that you can own a part of. Questions to consider. What's the difference between a product, a brand, and a company? Why do some companies sell shares to the public? Thanks for watching.
Okay, thanks for bearing with me and my technical difficulties there, but I think we got through that, everyone. So before we move on, so let's just kind of have a quick conversation, go around. I'll call on people if I have to. But what are companies to you? And what are some different companies that you're aware of that you may see in your community or on TV or so on? What could go ahead and unmute and give me some ideas or give me some of your thoughts.
Apple.
Nike.
Someone said Nike. Thanks, Kayla. Who said Apple?
Amir.
Great. Did I hear someone say something else? Let's hear another one.
Adidas.
Adidas. Jordan. Now, Jordan, that actually is a company, but they're actually, I would say, a brand within a shoe company. And what's that shoe company's name?
Nike.
Awesome. So who can give me two more and then we'll move on?
Tesla.
Awesome.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Amazon.
Awesome. Amazon's another great one.
Android.
Yep. So we've got a lot of different companies that we've listed out or named out there. So that's awesome. Once again, these companies sell shares. Shares are, and we'll go into that video in a little bit here, but shares are basically actual ownership in that company. So when you buy a share or buy a stock, you actually own a percentage of that company. So one share, that's your actual ownership in that company. Along with that, when you buy that stock, you actually get voting rights. So if they have a board of directors and things like that, you can actually vote on what goes on. Now, if you have more shares, then your vote goes a lot much farther. But once again, you have your companies. You have companies that sell stock or shares, basically within their companies. Okay, and so that's kind of where we're going today. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and queue up our second video, but let's see here. One moment. Companies.
Hi, drop shippers.
Intro to stocks. In this video, we're going to learn about stocks, ticker symbols, exchanges, subsidiaries, and parent companies. Owning stock means owning shares or part of a company. If you think of a company as a pizza pie, your stock would be owning a slice of that pie. Companies issue stocks to raise money for a variety of reasons, including expanding their businesses and modernizing their operations. Investors buy stocks with the expectation that the companies they invest in will increase in value over time and earn them money. So how do stocks earn money over time? Let's backtrack first and talk about ticker symbols. A ticker symbol is a unique group of letters that identifies a company's stock on an exchange.
Mr. The video
An
frozen.
exchange is a marketplace to buy and sell stocks. For example, The NASDAQ and the New York Stock
The
Exchange
video working for
are two
everyone?
marketplaces you may have heard of. An easy
Yeah.
way to search for a company's ticker symbol is by typing in the company's name on a financial news and information site like Yahoo Finance. You can see that Twitter's ticker is TWTR, and its stock price is $37.10 per share. So how do stocks earn you money over time? If the stock price is more than what you paid for it, your investment increased in value and is earning you money. If the stock is less than what you paid for it, your investment decreases in value and is losing you money. However, you can't lose more money than the original price you paid for the stock. When searching for companies, you're going to have to recall what we learned in the What is a Company video. For example, one roadblock you may run into when searching for a company is typing in a brand. A brand is the name a company gives a product it makes or a service it provides. So if I were to type in Doritos, I'd hit a roadblock because Doritos isn't a company. It's a brand of PepsiCo. Instead, I would need to type in PepsiCo to get the ticker. When I invest in PepsiCo, I'll be investing in their brand Doritos and its other brands. We also learned that some companies are private. You may run into a roadblock when searching for a private company. A private company is a company that is privately owned by a group of people. Shares cannot be purchased. So if I were to type in Staples, I'd hit a roadblock because Staples is a private company. Lastly, if you can't find the ticker of a company, it may be because it's a subsidiary. A subsidiary is a company that is 50% or more owned by another company called a parent company. So if I were to type in Marvel, I'd hit a roadblock because Marvel Studios is a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, the parent company. If you can't easily find a company's ticker, don't give up. This is a challenge for you to find out why. A simple Google search for company ticker is sure to put you on the right track. Now let's circle back to our focus topic. We want you to answer, what is a stock and what is a ticker? And what is important to consider before buying a company's stock? Thank you for watching.
Okay, so we just finished our second video, intro to stocks. And so now let's kind of go around again and just answer some questions on some different stocks and tickers and things like that. So we found out also a little bit more information on why a company would issue a stock. Who could answer that question for me on mute and kind of answer that question? Why would a company issue a stock? Not everyone at once. All right. What about Luna?
To raise money.
Awesome. See, that was an awesome answer. That could be to raise money. Maybe they need to build more infrastructure for the company. They want to expand. Maybe they need to raise capital to buy another business. So those are different reasons why a company might issue stock. And once again, when they issue that stock, that gives you the opportunity to have some type of ownership percentage in the company. Okay. What are some different ticker symbols that you all may be aware of? Let's see if anyone knows any. So for example, AT&T, what's the ticker symbol for AT&T? And remember, this is open book, so you can use Google, you can use Yahoo Finance. Who can tell me what the symbol for AT&T, the ticker symbol for AT&T is? It's pretty simple. All right. Marilyn, look like you want to tell me.
I think it's NYSET.
So that's awesome. So actually, let me break that down for you a little bit further. So NYSE, that tells you what stock exchange it trades on. So AT&T, which is the ticker symbol is T, as in Tom, trades on the New York Stock Exchange. So when you see something that says NYSE, that lets you know that's the New York Stock Exchange. That's where it trades. Okay, there are different exchanges, and so AT&T trades on the New York Stock Exchange, and the ticker symbol is T. And Marilyn, let me ask you one other quick question. How did you find that ticker symbol?
Google.
Awesome, right? So this is use your resources, right? You can Google, you can use Yahoo Finance. Let's try one more. Let's maybe look for something that's popular out there, maybe something that's on your feed all the time, right? Who can tell me what the ticker symbol is for Nike?
NKE.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. NKE, that's correct. Okay. All right. And maybe let's pick one more. Okay. Who can tell me what the ticker symbol is for Walmart?
WMT.
Awesome, Isaiah. And where did you find that ticker symbol?
Google.
Google as well. Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so those are some different ways where you can find ticker symbols. There's Yahoo Finance. Once we get into also the platform, the trading platform, there's going to be other resources like Morningstar and some other platforms where some links they'll be able to tell you where to go to look at or to look up different ticker symbols that you're interested in. All right, so Cliff, did you want to add anything? And then I'm just gonna, while I'm moving over to the next section here.
Yes. The sessions today, we broke down the introduction to stocks. You know, we talked about brand, products, company brands. You know, we talked about the difference between public and private. Public, you can buy shares. Private, you cannot buy shares. We also discussed why companies raise money. They raise money for different entities, for example, money expansion, for money, raising money, or money expansions. And then we also discussed the sticker symbols for different companies and the different trading platforms. So this is very good information, as this is basic information that's very, very important to know if you're interested in the stocks, because this information can propel you into starting the trading process of stocks. So I'll let Mr. Richards continue. Hope you guys are how are you guys doing so far?
Good.
Fine.
Good job. Okay, fantastic. So you guys enjoying this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Richards, take it away.
Right. Awesome, awesome. All right, if everyone should have received also an email from Rhonda, which had the syllabus for each, so if you open that syllabus up, it'll show our next brainstorming activity, okay? So you should have this information in front of you or on your computer. And so what we're gonna do basically right now is just go through some ideas, and you wanna write in some different companies that we're going to go over here. So as we read through this, and we can read through this together, go ahead and fill this out with, a company that you like. And as we move through, we'll be able to then be able to continue just to brainstorm together these different companies. So I'll go ahead and read the first sentence, and then if folks will kind of just yell out, an appropriate answer, okay? So Jim rushes out of PE and bends down to tie his. So we're looking for a sneaker name.
Nike.
Jordan.
Nike.
So Nikes, okay? So go ahead and write down Nikes, okay? Make sure you guys write that down because we're gonna have a further activity later on, okay? Before rushing out the front door of the school, so next sentence, it's been a long week and he's excited to get home. Relax and watch his favorite show on. So what's a video
Netflix.
streaming? Awesome, Netflix. You guys are pretty quick. So Netflix is a video streaming service. So that's another company we can write down. All right, next one. While watching his favorite videos, he never skips the ads. He never skips the ads. They're his favorite part since he loves to analyze them and see what can be done to make them even better. He hopes one day they have a career in advertising. He thinks, what's a car name?
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, Tesla, Ford, and then we're looking for a tech company. So technology company. So he thinks Ford or Tesla.
Tesla.
Car name. And then and then we need a tech company. So
Microsoft.
Apple.
Microsoft, awesome. That's a good tech company, okay? And tech company and another company make the best ads, but believes the best way to increase interest in a product or service is through social media. His favorites include, so what's a good social media platform or a social media platform? Okay, so Instagram is a subsidiary, and we heard about that in the video. So who owns Instagram? What was that?
Meta.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
So, but what's the name of the
Meta.
company? Somebody said it.
Meta.
Meta.
Right. Meta, Facebook, same thing, right? So that's who, so you put that there. That social media is Meta, okay? Any other social media companies out there? I think that's, go ahead. We quite didn't really hear you.
TikTok.
So Amazon would really be more of an ad and a store site. So, but we can go with Meta just to keep things going. All right. So, however, most of his attention lately has gone to ads from. So, what's a restaurant chain or restaurant name out there? Okay. Now, Olive Garden, once again, I believe is a subsidiary. So, who owns Olive Garden? And so there's for some reason, I know this just off the top of my head, but Darden Foods owns Olive Garden, I believe. So let's maybe think of a company, a brand that actually trades. So for example, I'll give you a hint like McDonald's. So McDonald's, yeah, it's fast food, but at the same standpoint, it's still a restaurant, okay? So we can slide McDonald's in there, I guess, just for the sakes of filling in the information. Because he's hoping to celebrate his birthday there with his family. All right, let's keep moving on. His grandmother is supposed to come by over the weekend and promise to take him shopping for his birthday, but it's never without a catch. His grandmother will only consider an item made by a suitable company. A suitable company is one that has made addressing environmental or social causes a part of their business. He'd like to address environmental or social causes. So in this particular situation, and we'll go into this once we jump into the actual portfolios, but they're ESG type of companies, so economically and socially and governance companies. So for example, they may decide that they're not going to invest in companies that sell tobacco, or they're not going to invest or have any dealings with companies that sell arms or make guns or ammunition and things like that. So we'll get more into that in a little bit. And so let's see here. So it doesn't hurt. So those couple names and those couple sentences, we're going to skip those because we're going to jump into that a little bit later. But what's the name of a movie theater? What's the stock that has a name that we could put there? What's the company for a movie theater?
AMC.
AMC.
Awesome. You guys are really quick. Thank you. AMC, correct. All right, so let's just keep moving down so we can get this through, and then we can kind of go into some more things here. So when he gets home, he's even more excited because he sees that his mom went to, which is who knows a supermarket that publicly trades?
Albertsons.
Toys R Us.
What was that?
Toys R Us.
I couldn't hear you well. I'm sorry.
Toys R Us.
Okay. And I think
One of the
someone
students said Albertsons. You couldn't hear him, but one of the students said Albertsons.
Okay. Okay. Now Albertsons actually, I believe, is privately owned, but we can double check that a little later. But we can put that in there for now and move on. Or if you've got a different one, you can put there also. All right. So while rushing to grab, so a snack name. So keep in mind though, a lot of these snacks are subsidiaries. So one company might own 4 or 5 different type of snacks. So for sake of time here, so if we think about Snickers or something like that, they're owned by Mars. And that would be the company that you would look up for a ticker symbol there. Okay. Jim accidentally trips over his little sisters, so a toy name. So what's a toy company?
Hasbro. Lego.
Hasbro. That's one. Someone said another one.
Lego.
Lego.
Here, I told you. Yes.
Okay. And so we've got Hasbro, we've got Mattel, we've got others out there, but right, different toy companies and different toy names. All right. So he's always tripping over his toys and wish. So once again, Hasbro could create a way for toys to put themselves away. Okay. All right. Moving on. Mom and I think we're all out of our snack names. So what's another snack name we could use? And it doesn't really have to be the company, but we could just come up with a snack name. Starburst. All right. Jim hollered. He wondered if, okay, so another food or snack company. What food or snack company could we slide in here?
Prime.
What was that?
Prime.
Didn't quite understand, or maybe you put that in the chat. I'm sorry. But we've got food and snacks like Lay's potato chips,
Doritos.
you know, Doritos. There you go. All right. All right. And so moving on, everyone he knows loves them. And sometimes you can only find it at, and once again, we said Albertsons for supermarket. There's Vons, Brahms, okay, or online at, what's an online retailer?
Amazon shopping.
Yep, Amazon. That's right. Amazon is an online retailer. So you can buy almost everything on Amazon. Okay. So those are a couple things. So so as we went through this exercise and you've written those, wrote those things down. Now we're kind of just gonna put them all together as we kind of brainstorm through here. So just 1 second here. And thank you all for being very interactive here. It's great that we're all kind of just chiming in and able to just get together here. All right. Now, the second portion is that we're going to break this down into brands. And let's all make sure we mute our phones if we're not talking. Okay, great. And so now we're going to break it down from a brand standpoint and a company standpoint. Okay, so once again, we talked about a brand. So I'll throw this one out there since we already talked about it, and then you can all start giving me some other different type of brands. And then the activity would be that we would want to go and find the company that they actually belong to. Okay, so this is going to be on page 13 in your syllabus. So let's all make sure we get to that particular page and get that information in there. And we're going to move through this quickly because I want us to make sure that we get into logging in and looking a little bit at the site also. So we'll just pick a couple and then we'll move on. So that brand, so Jordan brand. So Michael Jordan has a brand, right? Under what company does his brand fall under?
Nike.
Nike, that's correct. Okay. Who can think of another brand and maybe we can try and figure out what the company is?
Sprite.
Okay, Sprite. All right, now who owns Sprite?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. That's awesome. All right. So let's think of another brand. And remember, you can use your resources here, okay? You can use Google and things like that. So I heard someone yell out another one. What's I didn't hear you.
Fanta.
What was that?
Fanta.
Fanta. Okay, Fanta. I love Fanta. Who owns Fanta? And make sure we can use our resources. So if we've got Yahoo Finance, Google. What was that?
Is it Coke?
Did you look it up? You saw it? It's Coke?
No.
Let's look it up. Let's make sure.
All right.
I believe it is Coke. I looked it up.
It's Coca-Cola.
Awesome, awesome. Right. Once again, this is open book, right? Let's make sure we just use our resources because there's a lot of resources. We want to get used to using our resources to find information here. Okay. All right, let's pick one more and then we're going to move on to kind of diving in and trying to log into the site. Another brand, one more brand that we can choose.
Mountain Dew.
All right, we got a lot of sodas here. Shouldn't drink too much soda, make sure we drink some water too, right? But let's go with that. So Mountain Dew, who owns Mountain Dew? Is that going to be Coca-Cola too?
No, it's Pepsi.
Awesome, awesome. Right. So Pepsi's out there too, right? But yeah, let's not drink too much soda. Let's get some water in there too. So for example, like your Aquafinas or Smart Water or things like that, who owns those companies? And you'll be surprised that Coca-Cola, I think they own what's 50 Cent's water that he sold for $500 million in his song. Vitamin water, I think that was the name of it. So they own that, so definitely it's always good to understand the brand, but it's most important to understand the company because then that's how you know who to invest in or what, so if you really like a brand, you really like the information that's going on about them, that's knowing the actual company will help you to know how to have ownership in the brand that's owned by the company. Okay. All right. So we've gone ahead and did that. So got maybe about another 12 minutes or so. So I want us to kind of at least just jump into the website and kind of look at things there. So if you all should have received an email from Rhonda with your login information. And so number one, did everyone receive that?
No, I didn't.
I don't think I did.
Okay, all right. So Rhonda sent those emails out. If you didn't, go ahead and put that in the chat so that we can then make sure that that comes out to you. And then as well as the groups that you'll be in, okay?
If you did not
Go ahead,
receive the
Rhonda.
if you did not receive the information directly, that means I don't have your email address. I have your parents' email address, so it probably went to your parents. But if you did not receive it, if you can send me your email address, then I can make sure you get a copy. And also in the chat is the email, is where you're supposed to go, www.stockmarketclub.com. That's where you're going to go to use the username and password. And if I sent you a username and password today, and I told you what group you were in, that's the group you're in. So some of you guys have slightly shifted from last week. So whatever I sent to you in your email today, that is the group you are in.
Awesome, awesome. So with that, I'm going to share my screen again. If you do have your login information, go ahead and log in, but I don't want to rush too much into it, but next week we'll start to log in and dive into some different things. But I did want to go over a couple of the different navigating the site a little bit for you, so that you can start to get curious and see the money, see things in there, and kind of just get an idea and be able to go in and poke around yourselves as well and start using the information. So 1 second, I'm going to share my screen once again. Okay, and can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So once you, and the link was sent to you as well, and Rhonda provided that for the stock market game. And so once you log in, you'll see there's a home button really that's, does what it's supposed to do. On that home page, you'll kind of have a snapshot of the different things that are going on in the account. This is where your cash balance is. So nothing is invested right now. Everything is in cash in your portfolios. Okay. Under portfolios, you'll see account summary and an analyzer. If you click on that, that's going to really just, oops, 1 second. Go back. Oh, I got kicked out. I got to log back in. Sorry. 1 second. Let me stop my share. Okay, back in. Let me go ahead and get back to sharing my screen. Okay. All right, and I've got my screen back up. If you all can see it. All right, so we've got our portfolio, analyzer summary, count holdings, top 10 holdings. And so count holdings, once again, pretty much 100% of the account is in stock, excuse me, in cash. So you'll see that by the pie chart and the color that it matches up to, okay? You've got your top holdings, once again, everything's in cash and so on. Now the trading button, the trading section, that's where you're going to go to actually place a trade. It will allow you to put a trade in for a stock, mutual fund, and bond trades. And we'll probably dive a little bit further into what a mutual fund is and what a bond is. So on your own for next week, go ahead and start looking at the definitions of what a mutual fund is. and what a bond is, okay? And we'll dive further into that. The other thing, like I mentioned before, there's going to be additional resources. Additional, if you want to brush up on what the rules are for the game again, that's there as well. But the one thing I definitely wanted to show you before we leave today is the outside links. So if you click on that, that's going to be able to take you to some additional resources. A couple that you really should pay attention to. Number one is Morningstar. That's a research company. They provide research and analysis on stocks, mutual funds, and so on, and bonds, and they help to grade them. So it helps you when you're picking a company. You may really love a company, but the fundamentals may be completely off. Maybe they just went through a bad merger, or the president, CFO, or CEO of the company was just arrested for fraud, and all those different things. So on paper or on the surface, it looks like a company that you should buy, but then the research and the analysts have went in and said, hey, you should stay away from this. And they'll have different rankings, either buy, sell, or hold, or they may say neutral or outperform, all those different things. Those are different indicators to let you know if you should buy or sell or hold a stock or mutual fund or bond. Okay, so Morningstars are a good place to go. NASDAQ as well. So there's the New York Stock Exchange, and then there's the NASDAQ. That's another stock exchange. On the NASDAQ, that's where you're going to find a lot of your tech companies. So that's another place where you can look and start going through some different things. But once again, you would want to click on these different links. They're going to take you to different information, but definitely you would want to go ahead and, start doing some research on Morningstar. So with that, I'll go ahead and stop there for right now. I just want to see if there's any questions from the class, and then Cliff, I'll pass it over to you as well.
How are you guys doing so far today?
Good.
Good.
Good introduction to stocks. Something that sounds like you'll be interested in. Hello? Is that a yes?
Can you repeat the question?
I said, is this something that you seem that you might be interested in?
Oh,
Based
yeah.
upon the information.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today was interesting. You find that a lot of companies are owned by another company. Most of them are subsidiaries, and most of them are owned by other companies, and they produce different products. So that's good. That's good information to know. So when you pick a stock or a mutual fund or a bond, doing your research is getting very important. So Morningstar, like Kirk mentioned, will give you the indication of what's good, what's bad, what to do, what to do. Because we want you guys to win this competition. So make sure that you take an opportunity to review the information so you guys can make us proud. We're ready to take this challenge on and make Vegas the winner of the stock challenge. You guys ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, well, have a good Saturday and enjoy your Saturday.
Okay, everybody, thanks for joining our third class of the Junior Investment Club. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. Thank you so much, Mr. Hines. And thank you so much, Ms. Tonga. That ends class today. We will see you next week. If you have any questions or concerns, just send us all an email. You have all of our email addresses. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.